Good afternoon, everyone. Glad to have you with us today. I want to thank you in advance for tuning in, looking at our videos on YouTube and Facebook. So I do welcome you. We're going to make some beef stroganoff today. Now, it's been quite a while since I made it, so I've struggled with the recipe. So I'm going to do the best I can. We'll see how it turns out. All right, I just want to show you right here. I'm cooking my noodles. Just follow your directions. I just use an egg noodle. I think I've got 16 ounce pack in here. So it's just finishing up. Now in here, I went ahead and just started so the video wouldn't be so long. This is now let me explain something. I'm making a double recipe. So, you know, this is double of what the original recipe is. So I've got 1 cup of diced onions, okay? I put in some unsalted butter, probably 2 or 3 tablespoons. Got it hot, put my onions in, and I also put a tablespoon of minced garlic. Now you can use the real garlic, you can use garlic powder, but I like this minced garlic that's already ready and I haven't got to fool with it. So I put a tablespoon of that in with my butter and onions. Now as you can see, I've got them sauteing and they are ready. So we're just going to leave them in the skillet. And to that, I'm going to add 2 pounds of ground chuck. Now, I like the ones without so much fat that will cook out of them because we don't have any way of draining it. But you'll see it'll work out okay. So I'm going to put it's just a dab over 2 pounds. I cut my eye up so that my skillet could get hot.
That smells so good, by the way.
Just the onions and garlic makes you hungry. So we're going to take that. I'm going to go ahead and cut my noodles off, and we'll drain them here in just a minute. But as you see, I've got my eye on high, so we're going to cook it up pretty fast. It won't take it long to brown. I tell you, here at home yesterday we had 78 degrees. Today we got 38. So overnight we lost 50 degrees. But I think only in Alabama, the South, can that happen. Just keep it stirred. And that'll keep your onions and garlic from burning while you're cooking. And I still have it on high. While that's cooking up a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and drain my noodles. They're ready. I'm just going to go ahead and drain them in the sink. And I'm just going to let them sit here for a few minutes and let all the water get out of them.
Let's see the kind of noodles.
This video may take a little longer than I try to speed them up so you don't have to just sit there and listen to me talk. Because I know you got, if you like me, you got other things you can be doing. Okay. I'm just going to let that cook. Now the rest of my ingredients is cream of mushroom soup. A lot of your recipes will ask for the mushrooms, but the soup is just as good. So I use the cream of mushroom soup. We'll show you as we go. Also sour cream. Now I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know how much I'm going to use. In my recipe it calls for a certain amount. But it may be too much. You have to be careful to not get too much in there or you'll taste sour cream. And then we've got flour, and so we're going to get it all together here. Delane was talking about how good it smells. But onion and garlic is definitely good.
It smells so good.
Someone had texted me yesterday and asked, well, what are you cooking tomorrow? So I told her I planned on cooking beef stroganoff, and I'm going to do another video a little later today. We have what we call at the restaurant apple wraps. So I'm going to show you how to make them. It's very, very simple, but they are very, very good. Okay, the beef meat's looking good. Just about ready to get all the red out of it. But you see, using the ground chuck, I don't have a lot of juice in it. And the flour that I put in it will take up a lot of that juice. Okay, I believe it's just about ready. Okay. For this, I'm adding 4 tablespoons of self-rising flour. 4 tablespoons. I just went ahead and measured my spoons out. Just stir that in real good. I'm going to cut it down a little bit now because it's going to start getting real thick. See how thick it's getting, that flour is thickening it up. All right, I've got it cut down on about medium. Now I'm going to go ahead and put my cream of mushroom soup in it. Like I said, now I'm doubling it. So if you just need a smaller amount, you just cut everything in half. And it'll work out. And if you need a bigger amount, you got about 20 or 25 kids to feed like I do, you may want to go up about 4 or 5 times. Okay, we'll stir that in. I better cut it down a little lower. It's kind of wanting to. And I just mix everything in as I add it one thing at a time.
That looks so good.
It is good, I'm telling you. I haven't made this at the restaurant in quite a while. But I was thinking the other day, what meat could I do? And I said, well, Mother, why don't you do beef stroganoff? So I had to get busy and decide how I made it. All right, we've still got it cut low now because, like I said, it's going to be getting thick. I'm going to add some salt and pepper. I haven't added any salt or any pepper so far. Excuse me. So I'm going to just shake on there what I like. Remember, your cream of mushroom soup is salty. Okay. Let me make sure I've got everything in it.
The sour cream?
I'm fixing to put that. Okay. And like I told you, now I'm not going to, it calls for 8 ounces per recipe, so that would mean 16 ounces of sour cream. I got coleslaw on my mind. So I'm just going to put half of it and look at it and see how it's going to turn out. I may not want to use it all. Because like I told you, I go by looks a lot. So I'm just going to use about half of it. Stir it in real good. Now I'm going to turn it up just a dab, and it needs to kind of simmer about 10 minutes. So I'm just going to let it sit here and simmer. I'll let you see it in about 10 minutes. We'll be back, and it'll be ready to eat. See you in a bit. Hey, welcome back. We just about got our stroganoff done. If you look, I've let it simmer for about 10 minutes. Okay. I'm gonna cut it off. Right here's my noodles. We got them good and cool. So what we do now is just take our stroganoff, pour it on top of our noodles. Woo, that looks good.
It smells good.
And then I mix mine up. You can just put it on top of the noodles. But I like mine mixed. The noodles has a tendency to want to get dry. Mine had gotten dry just a little bit sitting in the sink. And it will make your meat dry, because it'll soak up a lot of the moisture that you have. Right now it looks very good. It doesn't look like it needs anything, but I want to show you something else. Elaine, you can just stand right there. Sometime if it's a little too dry, you can take some beef broth and just pour in there just enough to make it moist. But this is just right here. You don't want any more moisture in it at all. It's plenty. But at the restaurant, when we put it on the steam table, it kind of has a tendency to dry out. But, so I won't be adding any broth to this. That's just, all right, Delane. There it is. For those of you that want to know what we were making today, I hope you enjoy it for supper tonight. Thank you so much for watching. We plan to make another video today. So we'll be looking back for you in just a little bit. Hope you have a blessed day, a wonderful day, and be praising the Lord for what He's done for us.